Thank you so much for joining me. Please introduce yourself.
Thanks, Emily, for having me here. I'm Tobias Maestrini. I'm a consultant for M365 and Power Platform based out of Switzerland. I'm a father of 3 kids, so quite stressed, but happy.
Fantastic. So you presented this week. Tell me a bit about your topic and 3 key takeaways from your session.
Yeah, I've presented about automating governance in M365 and approaches that support an automatical way to ensure governance in your tenant. I mean, having a proper M365 governance is crucial for every customer or every holder of a tenant, and it always must rely on hard facts rather than on best practices. And that was the topic I was covering, and we were talking about these things, how you could achieve this, how you could achieve or how you could implement or ensure that these hard facts that are covered by a governance are then implemented in a tenant itself.
Fantastic. What inspired you to dive deep in this session?
Oh, as an M365 consultant, I was often called by customers and clients, what are your recommendations to have my tenant or to have our tenant set up? And this was kind of annoying for me because I had no clue what I should have answered to the guy who was asking me this. Because I was asking a lot of people how they're going to do, and their answer was always the same. We do it based on best practices because our customers X, Y, Z, our endurance A or don't know what, is doing it like that. Or we used to go for that way because we decided within our company to follow this path, to ensure this governance in that way. And to me, as a consultant, I was not confident about these facts that are behind the answers. And so we started, me and my friend Daniel, started to research what kind of hard facts exist that cover our need to give our customers and clients, which are asking these questions, a better answer on that. And that was the moment that we started thinking of what is going to be necessary to build up a tool that tries to enforce the governance setups and the settings of your tenant in order to make them transparent and based on hard facts instead of best practice recommendations. Mm-hmm. And that was the point where I was diving right into this topic.
Do you have a recommendation for how organizations can start to define those hard facts? How do they know what to include in that?
Yeah, I definitely would say just take our tool, just give it a try, just go to the GitHub repository, take your fork out of that and try using it by actually using it and applying it to your tenant or do the validation test on your tenant. And then dive into these so-called baseline policies, which are the foundation of these hard facts that are going to check the tenant settings. And these hard facts are defined in this baseline, but referencing governance framework policies like CISA or SCUBA from the Cyber Security Intelligence Agency from the United States, or the CIS benchmark, which is common used here in Europe. That would be my step into or my recommendation in how to step into this topic.
Fantastic. What's the name of your tool, and do you have a URL for people to find it?
Yeah, of course I will publish that. Our tool is called Easy Governance, mm-hmm. because it's all easy to implement the governance setup on your tenant or to check or validate a governance setup on the tenant. And it's quite easy to find because it's hosted on GitHub. It's github.com/tmaestrini, which is me, and then /easygovernance.
Fantastic. What is one common mistake you still see teams making in this space, and how can they fix it?
Okay, that's a good question because it's hard to answer in that governance has mostly or most of the time multiple phases. I mean, there's no right or wrong in terms of how to use or how to make a governance, at least in my point of, from my point of view. I would say the most common mistake would be having no proper governance in place, which regulates or which controls or which validates how your tenant is set up. That would be my answer on that. But I mean, this is more or less a technical way of giving you an answer on that question. And,
Sure.
and for sure, there is also the fact that you need to have not only a technical perspective of a governance, but also a governance that is based on processes and definitions and how you want to govern the whole story in your company, not only on your tenant.
Sure, that makes a lot of sense. A more holistic view across all the different places.
Yeah, you're right.
For someone who missed your session, what action should they take tomorrow to get started?
Okay, that's easy. Just go to my GitHub repository, fork the project, again, github.com/tmaestrini/easy governance, fork that, and run it on your from your local machine or from a cloud environment, and get the first result out of your tenants, because easy governance is set up as an easy-to-go solution which is built ready to use, and you can start using it and taking out the first report of your tenant, and then continuously start improving the setups that you should implement. That would be an easy go way.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for what you contribute to the community and building this tool for us all to use, and thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Emily. It was a pleasure for me being here.